There's a man who was cut from his high school basketball team. A man who cried alone in his room because he wasn't good enough. A man who was told he'd never make it, then became the greatest of all time. A man who turned rejection into obsession, and obsession into legend. This man's name is Michael Jordan, and his real story will show you that failure is just the beginning. Hey everyone, today we're not just talking about basketball greatness. We're revealing what happens when you use rejection as fuel. The story of a 15-year-old who got cut from his team and decided that moment would define him, not defeat him. This isn't about talent. This is about a man who refused to accept no. Let's dive in. Michael Jeffrey Jordan was born February 17, 1963, in Brooklyn, New York. His family moved to Wilmington, North Carolina when he was young. Michael was athletic. He loved baseball, football, and basketball, but he wasn't exceptional at any of them. Sophomore year at Laney High School, Michael tried out for the varsity basketball team. He was 5'10", skinny and raw. He watched as the coach posted the roster on the wall. Michael scanned the list once. Twice. His name wasn't there. He'd been cut. Not even good enough for his high school team. Michael went home and cried in his room. His mother found him devastated. "I thought my world was over," Michael later said. That moment of rejection, being told he wasn't good enough, burned into his soul. Most kids would quit. Michael made a decision. He would never feel that pain again. Michael's older brother Larry made the team. Every day, Michael watched Larry practice, watched him play games. The jealousy, the anger, the humiliation. Michael channeled it all. He begged the junior varsity coach to let him practice. He'd arrive at the gym before everyone and leave after everyone. He practiced shots until his hands bled. He ran until he couldn't breathe. He jumped until his legs gave out, and he grew. Over one summer, Michael shot up to 6'3". By junior year, he was 6'5". But it wasn't just height. Michael had developed something else. An intensity, a fire, a refusal to lose. He made varsity junior year. Then he dominated. By senior year, Michael was the best player in his school. College scouts noticed. The University of North Carolina offered him a scholarship. But Michael never forgot being cut. That list on the wall, his name missing, that shame. He kept that feeling close, like fuel he could burn forever. At North Carolina, playing for legendary coach Dean Smith, Michael continued improving. He was good, but not yet great, still raw, still learning. Then came the 1982 NCAA championship game, North Carolina versus Georgetown. Michael was a freshman. With 15 seconds left, the game tied, Coach Smith called a play. The ball came to Michael. Freshman Michael Jordan, he shot. Swish. North Carolina won the national championship on a freshman's shot. That moment changed everything. Michael wasn't just good, he was clutch. He performed when it mattered most. But even then, Michael had doubts. What if that was luck? He thought. What if I'm not really that good? The kid who got cut from his high school team still lived inside the college champion. After his junior year at UNC, Michael declared for the 1984 NBA draft. The Chicago Bulls had the third pick. Pick 1, Houston selected Hakeem Olajuwon. Okay, big man, makes sense. Pick 2, Portland selected Sam Bowie, a center. They passed on Michael Jordan for Sam Bowie. Michael never forgave Portland for that. For the rest of his career, he destroyed them every time they played. Another rejection, more fuel. Chicago drafted Michael third. He joined a terrible Bulls team that had won 27 games the previous season. Michael's salary, $550,000 per year. His first season, Michael averaged 28 points per game and won Rookie of the Year. The Bulls improved to 38 wins. Michael was special, but championships? Nobody thought this scoring machine could win titles. Too selfish, they said. Doesn't make teammates better. The Jordan rules. For years, Michael dominated individually, but couldn't win championships. The Detroit Pistons created the Jordan rules, a defensive strategy specifically designed to beat him. They'd physically assault him, push him, hold him, hurt him. Michael kept losing to Detroit. 1988, 1989, 1990. 3 straight years eliminated by the Pistons. The media killed him. He'll never win a championship. He's not a winner like Magic or Bird. Michael was devastated. The greatest scorer in basketball couldn't win when it mattered. That familiar feeling, not being good enough, came back. So Michael did what Michael does. He got obsessive. He lifted weights, added muscle. He studied film endlessly. He pushed his teammates harder than any player ever had. He became a leader, not just a scorer. And he practiced, always practiced. First in the gym, last to leave. Every single day, the Bulls finally beat the Pistons. Then they swept the Lakers in the finals. Michael Jordan, at 28 years old, finally won his first championship. He cried holding the trophy. All those years of people saying he couldn't win. Proven wrong. But one wasn't enough. Michael wanted more. He wanted to prove the cut from his high school team was the biggest mistake anyone ever made. 1992, second championship. The 1993, third championship. Then, devastatingly, Michael's father was murdered. James Jordan was Michael's best friend, his biggest supporter. Michael was destroyed. He retired from basketball at age 30, at the peak of his powers. He tried baseball, his father's dream for him. Michael played minor league baseball for 2 years. He was terrible, but he didn't care. He was honoring his father, the return. In 1995, Michael returned to basketball. "I'm back," he announced. The sports world exploded. But he was rusty. The Bulls lost in the playoffs. Michael was embarrassed. That feeling again, not good enough. So he trained harder than ever. Summer of 1995, Michael became obsessed again. 1996 fourth championship. Bulls win 72-10, best record in NBA history. 1997 fifth championship. 1998 sixth championship. Michael hit the championship winning shot against Utah, then retired again. 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs, 5 regular season MVPs, 10 scoring titles. The greatest player who ever lived. Michael Jordan didn't just become great. He became an obsessive, relentless, unstoppable force of will. That kid who got cut from his high school team never left him. He used that pain every single day. His teammates said he was the hardest worker they'd ever seen. He'd practice for hours, then stay for more hours. He studied opponents until he knew them better than they knew themselves. He never ever accepted being second best at anything. Today, Michael's net worth is over $3 billion. His Nike deal created Air Jordan, the most successful athlete brand in history. His ownership of the Charlotte Hornets made him the first billionaire player. But Michael says the cut from his high school team motivated him more than any of it. Whenever I was working out and got tired and figured I ought to stop, I'd close my eyes and see that list in the locker room without my name on it, and that usually got me going again. The rejection that broke a 15-year-old boy created the greatest basketball player ever. That's Michael Jordan. Not just the greatest player, but the ultimate example of turning rejection into motivation. He was cut from his team, told he'd never win, told he wasn't good enough. He proved everyone wrong by refusing to quit. What rejection are you using as fuel? What no drives you? Share in the comments. If this story motivated you, smash that like button and share it. Subscribe for more real stories that prove your setbacks are just setups for comebacks. Remember Michael's words, "I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." See you in the next one.